Don't you say so, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it.
On April 11th, 2021, in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, bodycam footage captured a routine traffic stop involving Dante Wright that quickly escalated. Minnesota Statute Section 169.19, governing traffic regulations, supports the initial stop, stating, "No person shall make a turn without giving an appropriate signal." Officers, including Kim Potter, pulled Wright over for expired tags and an air freshener hanging from his rearview mirror, a common violation in Minnesota. After learning Wright had an outstanding warrant, officers attempted to arrest him. The video shows Potter instructing, "Have him step out," while Officer Anthony Lucky approached the driver's side and struggled to handcuff Wright, who resisted and tried to re-enter his car. Use of force expert Gerald Takano noted, "The officer didn't fully position the suspect before going to cuffs," highlighting how small errors in technique escalated the situation. Potter's subsequent actions, yelling "taser" before firing her handgun, underscored a catastrophic weapons mix-up confusion that unfolded rapidly.
Just stay back.
I just shot him. Yes! I grabbed the wrong fucking gun! I shot him! Oh my god!
3219, PI exit 63rd Canton Drive, 1138 stop, start north on the Reds. Put your hands up! 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 Put them up! Are you okay? Put your hands up! Reach your neck in several at gunpoint, 63rd Canton Drive. Start north on the Reds and start 2 rigs. We've got a civilian car injured as well. As soon as we get additional cars, I'll check for injuries. Suspects are not compliant. They're moving around. Put your hands up! Hey, sir, stay there! Stay there! Put your hands up! Lower the window! Lower the window! Ma'am, are you okay? Stay there! Stay there! Reach a 19. We'll take 2 rigs, stage them a couple blocks out. What's that? 3219, the driver is not breathing. I'll take an additional squad and we'll yank him out. But get him here on the Reds. I'm by myself, holding him at gunpoint.
Just work. My squad, not yours. Work with my squad. Take a breath. You okay? Take a breath, okay?
situation, I can make it 3 rigs. I got 1 male not breathing, 1 female with facial lacerations, and then I've got another civilian car that I have not been able to check on yet.
Let's take anybody that's available. We need additional help.
Incoming squad, come to me at 63rd and Catherine so we can get the driver out and the passenger, and then we'll have to check on anyone else after, but the driver is not breathing according to the passenger. Passenger's moving around, I can't see him, but we're going to need to extricate him if he's not breathing. So I'll wait for additional to come up with a plan. Okay, so female passenger, not breathing. 3 from the traffic stop, and then they crashed. 3-2-19, the suspect at gunpoint at is a flee from 38 stop. Ma'am, get out of the car!
Both you guys, okay?
Passenger, get out of the car!
Anything injured?
Get out of the car! Get out of the car so we can take care of him! Get out of the car! Yes, you! Get out of the car so we can help him! Get out of the car!
Grab a bumper if you got one. Got a bumper? As soon as we're pulled forward here, I'm going to get all that taken care of for you.
Copy that! Ma'am, put your hands up! Okay, who's next?
Hey!
I see him, he's not breathing.
Keep your hands out of your pockets. Come back here. Back here. Just don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Who else is in the car? Huh? Nobody? Hey, just drop it. Just let it go. I got it. I got it, man. I will give it to you. Okay, put your hands behind your back. You're not under arrest. Just put your hands behind your back. Okay? You're not under arrest. Just put your hands behind your back. Okay? I'm just going to cover this. I don't know what's going on. Who else is in the car? Nobody? There's nobody else in the car, it's just you?
Someone go check on that car.
Who, him? Who's him? Dante? Does he have a gun or anything? No? It's just you and Dante. Okay. Just one other person inside. You're going to use the search and stuff? Huh? Just...
Okay. Well, we see one in the front passenger seat. You guys want to come up from behind? You think so? All right, bring it around then. You can do it. You can bring it around.
Copy that. No. Yeah, that's all I can see. say there's anyone else. I couldn't really see because she was moving around so much. Copy that. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, he's probably not gonna make it. What's it? Not shots fired. What's that? Oh, he did? I didn't yell shots fired.
The body cam video starkly illustrates the moment Kim Potter mistook her gun for a taser. Minnesota statute, section 609.066, defining use of deadly force, permits it only when an officer reasonably believes it's necessary to prevent death or great bodily harm. In the footage, Potter shouts, "Taser, taser," before firing a single shot. Prosecutors argued this was reckless, as department policy restricts taser use on fleeing suspects. Defense attorney Paul Eng countered, "She made a mistake. This was an accident." Use of force expert Sean Hendrickson suggested cognitive overload may explain the error, noting, "You draw a gun and believe it's a taser." The video's 90 seconds revealed not just the weapon's confusion, but procedural lapses, like Potter holding a piece of paper instead of assisting Lucky, amplifying the tragedy.
You guys made her hang up Facebook Live so you could kill my son. That's pretty pathetic. What is your name? What is your name? My name is Katie Bryant. My son's name is Dante Wright. You guys already know that.
I don't. Katie Bryant.
It was a high-speed
sorry.
chase.
Bryant?
How?
And then what's your son's name?
Dante Wright. It was not a high-speed chase. You guys shot him in a pull-over traffic.
I
You
didn't
guys
do
know.
anything, ma'am.
Yeah, your daddy was laying in his front seat dead. His girlfriend Facebooked me. How did his car get smashed? Dante Wright.
Right? Is it W-R-I-G?
W-I-G-H-T.
Okay. Is it Katie
Yeah.
Bryant?
Yeah.
All right. Wait a second here, ma'am. Ma'am?
In December 2021, Kim Potter faced trial for first and second-degree manslaughter, with body cam video playing a pivotal role in court. Minnesota statute, section 609.20(5) defines manslaughter as causing death through reckless or negligent conduct.
Turning to defendant's request for a dispositional departure, there is no question that Ms. Potter is extremely remorseful. She showed that today. She showed that when it happened. It is also beyond dispute that she is particularly amenable to probation. But the court retains the discretion to make departure decisions independently. The court is not required to depart even where mitigating factors are present, and that's set forth in State v. Birch, 689 Northwest 2nd, 276, affirmed by the Supreme Court, 707 Northwest 2nd, 660. This has been an extremely difficult decision. In making my decision, I look to the purposes of incarceration. There are 4: retribution, incapacitation, deterrence, and rehabilitation. 3 of the 4 would not be served in this case. Incapacitation refers to the physical removal of a convicted person to prevent them from committing future crimes. That is not an issue in this case. Kimberly Potter does not present a danger of future crimes, obviously. Deterrence refers to the prevention of future crime and the idea that those who have committed crimes will be discouraged from reoffending after experiencing punishment. That purpose would not be served here. Rehabilitation is also not a purpose that would justify incarceration in this case. Ms. Potter does not require rehabilitation to become a law-abiding citizen. Retribution, or serving time as a way for a convicted person to pay for the harm inflicted on a victim, is the sole purpose that applies in this case. And in this case, a young man was killed because Officer Potter was reckless. There rightfully should be some accountability. Sentencing guidelines are just that. They are guidelines that inform a judge regarding sentencing for various crimes. They are not set in stone. The court has the discretion to depart from guidelines depending on the particular facts of a case. A downward durational departure is justified if a crime is less onerous than typical. Put another way, if the conduct is significantly less serious than that typically involved in the commission of the crime, sentencing below the guidelines is justified. I find the facts and circumstances here justify a downward departure from the guidelines. First, Officer Potter's conduct was significantly less serious than your typical manslaughter case. The misdemeanor predicate for the manslaughter count was reckless handling or use of a firearm. Here, everybody agrees, and the evidence is undisputed, that Officer Potter never intended to use her firearm. She mistakenly drew her firearm at all times, intending to use her taser. There were police officers and experts who testified that the use of her taser was reasonable and appropriate under the circumstances presented for officer safety reasons. The fact she never intended to draw her firearm makes this case less serious than other cases. Second, the scene was chaotic, tense, and rapidly evolving. Officer Potter was required to make a split-second judgment. That constitutes a mitigating circumstance. Finally, unlike other manslaughter 1 cases, Officer Potter's actions were not driven by personal animosity toward Daunte Wright. Instead, she was acting in the line of duty in effectuating a lawful arrest. This case is highly unusual. The other officer cases tried in this court are distinguishable. this is not a cop found guilty of murder for using his knee to pin down a person for 9.5 minutes as he gasped for air. This is not a cop found guilty of manslaughter for intentionally drawing his firearm and shooting across his partner and killing an unarmed woman who approached his squad. This is a cop who made a tragic mistake. She drew her firearm thinking it was a taser and ended up killing a young man. Ms. Potter, will you please rise? Given all these considerations and having carefully considered the comments of the family of both Daunte Wright and the comments of Kimberly Potter, as well as the arguments of counsel, it is the sentence and judgment of this court that you shall be committed to the custody of the Commissioner of Corrections for a period of 24 months. You shall serve 2/3 of that time, or 16 months in prison, and 1/3 on supervised release, assuming no disciplinary offenses or conditional release violations. You have credit for 58 days already served. Restitution will be reserved. There'll be a fine of $1,000 and a surcharge of $78 to be taken out of prison wages or due within 180 days. You must provide a DNA sample. You may not use or possess any firearms, ammunition, or explosives. You have the right to appeal the conviction and sentence. If you are unable to pay the cost of an appeal, you may apply for leave to appeal at state expense by contacting the state public defender. You may be seated, Ms. Potter. I'd like to make a few parting comments. I recognize there will be those who disagree with this sentence, that I granted a significant downward departure does not in any way diminish Daunte Wright's life. His life mattered. And to those who disagree and feel a longer prison sentence is appropriate, as difficult as it may be, please try to empathize with Ms. Potter's situation. As President Barack Obama once said, learning to stand in somebody else's shoes, to see through their eyes, that's how peace begins. And it's up to you to make that happen. Empathy is a quality of character that can change the world. Officer Kimberly Potter was trying to do the right thing. Of all the jobs in public service, police officers have the most difficult one. They must make snap decisions under tense, evolving, and ever-changing circumstances. They risk their lives every single day in public service. Officer Potter made a mistake that ended tragically. She never intended to hurt anyone. Her conduct cries out for a sentence significantly below the guidelines. Okay, thank you.
Potter was convicted on both counts, but Judge Regina Chu imposed a 24-month sentence with 16 months in prison, a significant downward departure from sentencing guidelines. Chu justified this, stating, "Officer Potter's conduct was significantly less serious than your typical manslaughter case," citing the accidental nature and Potter's intent to use a taser. Potter expressed remorse, apologizing to Wright's family. The prosecution argued for accountability, with Aaron Eldridge asserting, "This case is about an officer who failed." Despite public outcry, Chu emphasized empathy, quoting Barack Obama, "Learning to stand in somebody else's shoes. That's how peace begins." The sentence reflected retribution, but acknowledged Potter's 26-year service and lack of future risk. Do you think the sentencing is justified? Let me know in the comment. Like and subscribe for more police cam stories. Watch the next recommended video. Click to watch now.